Best timing with those musical transitions. Guys, welcome back to DPL 3. We have the third best of two on the day. Vici Gaming going up against Newbee. Had a pretty decent showing so far. Newbee and Vici Gaming, well, they have a little bit of a little bit of a switch up right now. Right now, they're both kind of in the middle of the pack. Newbee didn't get 0-2 at all, so they're doing just fine. Vici Gaming have Yal playing with them. I don't really know, but I'm told that there's a chance that this guy might be Chuan because there's news about Chuan joining Vici Gaming. I don't know. To me, this doesn't say Chuan. People are saying it is. I'm going to assume it's not because I don't want to give someone credit who doesn't deserve it. I'm just going to be calling him Zhao, but there's a chance, right? So just there. We've seen a lot of Monkey King today, and it looks like we're going to finally see something a little bit different coming up now from Newbee and Vici Gaming, who I think are going to be playing in the game right after this as well. Should be Vici Gaming going up against Wings, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I am not mistaken. Okay. So we got 4 games in a row from Vici Gaming, and they're going to start things off with Centaur Warrunner and Rubik versus the Abaddon Crystal Maiden. This is such a different start compared to the games that we saw earlier with IG. Like, Abaddon was not seen a single time. Rubik was available every single game, I think. Available most games. And people decided not to pick him up. They're going to grab him this time. Definitely a powerhouse hero when combined with certain other heroes, like Rubik, Centaur, Warrunner. Definitely a powerful one. If you can lean a mid with a Rubik kind of wandering around, then Rubik gets a lot more powerful as well. So you do kind of have to build around him to some extent. But for sure, this is one of the stronger openings that you can get. That includes a Rubik with the Centaur Warrunner. For the Newbee side, off-lane selection already solidified from them. Abaddon, pretty solid one from the Newbee side. Always difficult to deal with, pretty much no matter what. And we'll see if Vici can put together a lane that can put some sort of pressure on the Abaddon. Most of the time, that's just not going to be happening. But they get the Abaddon with the Crystal Maiden. Pretty difficult opening to deal with. Mostly just because it's, well, Crystal Maiden, who's going to be AFK jungling. Really hard to get on top of her. Earth Spirit's a possibility, but even then, you roll onto the Crystal Maiden, there's no guarantee that you can kill her before she gets to help. You have the Mana Sustain coming out from the CM, you have the Health Sustain coming out from an Abaddon. And nowadays, not really going for a super supporty type role. They'll get, like, support-oriented items, but, you know, not in the traditional sense where they just get Shield and Mist Coil and then just play like a Omni Knight. Definitely Abaddons these days, a little bit more so in the mix. And we have a Lifestealer who's, I think, been banned out in all the previous games today. So Newbee have very, very difficult heroes to deal with. Like, Abaddon is always difficult to deal with. Lifestealer has Magic Immunity. You know, CM is killable, that's for sure. You gotta make sure to worry about her early roam. Earth Spirit still in the pool for Vici Gaming is not really great up against these Newbee heroes, but I do want to see some way to mess with Newbee early on from Vici. And it is going to be that Earth Spirit. Again, silencing the Lifestealer, the Abaddon, it is possible, and that may just slow them down, but it's not guaranteed. Rolling towards a Lifestealer, and he could just rage, and then you can't do anything. Really, really awkward there. But I at least like the idea that Vici Gaming are going for. Try to apply some pressure, try to mess with the CM early on. Pick up someone like a Juggernaut, it looks like. Something along those lines for the safe lane. And you could actually get some pretty decent shots at killing off the Abaddon. But Newbee, they pick up El Clasico, Slardar, and Lifestealer. Again, not really sure how these two got in the this far in the draft, but they're here, so we're just going to have to deal with it. Minus armor, lots of physical damage. Extra sustain from the Abaddon. The only thing that Newbee lack right now is that kind of mid-lane Shadow Fiend-esque hero for damage. Lifestealer is only kind of okay at doing that. He's pretty good up against the Vici Gaming heroes because they don't have any kind of counter push. Lots of melee heroes, and Lifestealer is okay with man-fighting melee heroes. Vici Gaming, their mid-lane selection should be the one to counter the Lifestealer. Should they get into a sieging position, Newbee. then you need someone with some sort of range to handle this life stealer. Or some heavier initiation than a Blink Hoof Stomp from the Centaur War Runner, which is okay at killing off life stealers, but you gotta be perfect on your timing if you're gonna use that. So yeah, Newbee just needs some sort of range damage output. Puck definitely is a nice one for Vici. First of all, it's just difficult to kill, just, yeah, period. Blink Crush is something that Puck can actually dodge, whereas I don't think there are any other mid heroes that can feasibly survive that.
10 seconds remaining.
Also means that you will be able to jump in on the life stealer, blink silence, and maybe get a stun on him before the Abaddon can react.
Reserve time.
Also another hero that's pretty good at joining Earth Spirit when you're going for that enemy mid laner. Especially should that enemy mid laner be someone, again, along the lines of a Shadow Fiend. So I'm liking the Puck pick quite a bit for Vici. It seems like they are very heavy in the initiation, though, and they just need someone to scale. Because they have a lot of team fight. They have a lot of early game mobility and kill power. I don't think a safe lane hero is going to make it so that they win off of that. So they will need to go into some sort of late game angle. Morphling being banned out, I like that. Definitely one of Vici Gaming's bread and butter safe lane heroes. Oh yeah, Juggernaut is banned, so they're not going to be able to go for that. Jug, Ursa, Terrorblade, Naga, Alchemist, all banned. Coming from the safe lane, you know you're going to want to apply pressure to the Abaddon. Shadow Fiend, that was pretty much a no-brainer ban. Can they drow here? No, they can't really drow here. A Core Venge, is that at all good here? Can you really go in ham early on? I actually think they might be able to do that if they really want to. Just go in super early on and start taking down those towers. Alternatively, you could go for someone like a Troll Warlord. That's not the worst thing in the world. Phantom Assassin usually has a pretty good matchup versus Lifestealer just because of how much burst damage she's able to put out. Gets around the sustain from the Lifestealer, which is more slow and steady. Medusa, is there any chance for that? Also has a pretty good shot at locking down the late game for Vici. I mean, honestly, they have pretty much the pick of the litter. All the Supreme Tier 1 picks are out. Anti-Mage is a pretty good one as well. I mean, very similar to that Phantom Assassin. You just can't kill him as Newbee very easily.
Templar Assassin.
Maybe not as much late game as someone like a Medusa, but still powerful enough. Tends to have a pretty good matchup versus TA in the later stages. But I mean, for Newbee, it's a pretty simple pick. Can't get your hands on Shadow Fiend. You pick yourself up a different mid lane physical based carry in the TA, and then you're. The only thing they might not be okay with is the fact that TA matchup versus Puck, Earth Spirit, Puck plus Earth Spirit and or Rubik is really rough for the TA, and Slardar, CM, they don't really have that much to help out the TA with, so she may have a rough early game. But this is pretty standard stuff for Lifestealer Slardar drafts. Like, just make sure you have the kill power, which you get from Lifestealer Slardar. Make sure you have the tower destruction power, which you get from the TA. And you should be good to go. So Newbee's draft is pretty streamlined, pretty standard, pretty cookie cutter. Vici Gaming have to play around this in such a way that they get active early on and stay active. Again, it's going to be an Earth Spirit game. So if Earth Spirit's able to shut this down from the get-go, then yeah, they'll have a pretty good shot at handling the game moving forward. Blink Daggers, mobility, really, really big for Vici. And again, it's all in the efforts of getting End that farm, getting Anti-Mage stacked. Because they may have this early game damage and control locked up with the Centaur and the Puck. Later game, it's going to be tough. It's going to be just the Anti-Mage, so he has to be very far ahead. We'll see if they're able to put that together. But right now, guys, we have Newbee. This Crystal Maiden looks like she has a giant mustache, which is just so wrong. It's going to be Faith on the Crystal Maiden. Looks like Kaka. Going to maybe run into some opposition. He's the Slaughter. He will get a good eye on someone there. Slaughter, yeah. U9 is on the Lifestealer. We'll find an enemy Horseman. Shouldn't be able to do much against him. KP is on the Abaddon. Got SC on the TA. On the Horseman, it's going to be Yang. On the Centaur War Runner. Ori is on the Puck. Over towards the Earth Spirit. HYM is going to be handling that. End is on the aforementioned Anti-Mage and Zhao, who may be Chuan. Again, the verdict is still not confirmed. Is going to be handling that Rubik. If it is Chuan, it is definitely a classic combo. Chuan's Rubik is stuff that people talk about. It is the stuff of legends, it is the stuff of stories, so he is very comfortable with that hero. Again, if that is actually him, which we don't know. But right now, KP is going to be... Does this horse have antlers? Does Abaddon think he's Juggernaut with that mask and Keeper of the Light with that mount? I don't know what's going on in Dota cosmetic world these days, but KP should be pretty decently well off in this lane. He does have to worry about mana break. That is a pain in the ass for Abaddon. But he should be able to stick around in experience range most of the time. Over towards mid lane, this is where the real trouble is going to arise, where SC is already going to get rolled into by HYM. Not in the attempt to get a kill, just making SC's life difficult. We already see SC's forced to pick up Sideblades level 1 to have any chance at last hitting versus that TA. Yang's going to try to teleport out of here. Crush, oof, just now coming back on cooldown, not available for the TP cancel. Can't get him. But yeah, being a melee hero up against Puck, which is TA with no Sideblades, is super rough. And he needs refraction. He needs more point Sideblades. He needs a lot. And also KP needs to not get rolled into either. This Earth Spirit is going to have the time of his life just choosing wherever he wants to go. Damage onto the Abaddon is very, very low. Tanky enough, and Earth Spirit's not really going to offer a lot of damage. Spirit's going to be keeping the enemies on their toes. Pretty much exactly what you want the Earth Spirit to do. Ori and SC going toe-to-toe. Ori forced to bail out of there. If SC can actually close into melee range, it's at least possible to get the kill on someone like a Puck. It's not the easiest thing to do, but again, possible. Hold on, guys. I have to check out something on the stream. Streamed something. Alright, we're back. And nothing happened. Didn't miss anything. No worries. Still wondering if SC and Ori are actually going to get a kill on either end here. Fairy Fire consumed was not necessary, but better safe than dead. SC still is going to be chased down by the Puck. Oh, Orb. Maybe would have done it. But he gets to the Shrine, he will be just fine. And over to the bottom lane, I mean, this one should be pretty bland. Centaur is going to land the Stomp, should keep himself mostly safe. Lifestealer just wants the CS, and he will do just that. But right now, Vici with a slight lead in CS in the mid lane. Pretty much what you would expect. I don't expect there to be a lot of action in this game. So, yeah, you could take like a 5er, guys, and come back, and it'll probably still be like 1-0 or something like that. And there just aren't really many opportunities outside of this mid lane for this Earth Spirit to go for. Can't effectively go for an Abaddon. SC is a monster, but this matchup is just so slanted for the Puck. Man, SC is getting absolutely crushed. Not a healthy health total for the TA. It does get a little bit worse once HYM decides to arrive. Yeah, and this is really why they kind of getting punished by picking up this TA. It's pretty much like a, I don't want to say no-brainer, but it's something like a no-brainer where it's like, you can't get a Shadow Fiend with this type of matchup, you go for the TA. But it is not going to be for free. It's going to return with a full mana pool, full health pool. But this time it is going to be a 3v1. I think with enough damage to get the kill, especially if they telekinesis the TA to the low ground. If SC gets to go like over here, she should be fine, but Fraction already used. Defensive charges pecked away at. And SC is now pretty much dead. He's going to get lifted up. Orb through will land. Kick as well. SC right clicks will get the kill. Ori is the one to sneak in that last hit. Yeah, I mean, again, as TA, you can make that play up against just a puck. You won't be able to kill him because he has haste. He has an orb out. But, yeah, with the reinforcements there, it's just no chance at all for a TA to escape that. Misread the situation a little bit. Good first rotation from the Rubik. Again, Anti-Mage doesn't really need that help. End is comfortable enough on this hero to handle this lane 1v1, especially with the advantage that he's gotten already. Burn the mana out from the Abaddon, he really is no threat. You just blink on him, hit him a couple times. Rinse, repeat forever. You're not going to kill him as the Anti-Mage, but you're not really in any trouble doing so. So this Newbee lineup off to a kind of slow start. Slaughter do too much to the Centaur opponent in their bottom lane. Maybe able to get some action on this Earth Spirit. They will keep their smoke intact. Dodge the Earth Spirit. They saw him coming in thanks to this Observer Ward. They're going to take a little bit of a longer route up towards top. They will see the Rubik. It's going to be kind of hard to close the distance unless they play the Fog of War game. They will do it perfectly. Crush onto 2. Zhao's taking some right clicks, but N is doing a lot of damage as well. Zhao will get the lift up, throwing Kaka away from him, who's out of mana, and will get Fade Bolted down. That's Kaka down, Faith. Not with enough damage to help out, and KP way too far away to help out. The Slaughter kind of sacrifices himself. Not much that they could have done with those heroes at that time. They throw out all their spells, and if you don't kill the Rubik off those spells, and you won't, you'll need a lot of right clicks. Or another hero, and Abaddon was not there. Rubik kind of getting a free roll out of there. Yeah, the thing's going well for Newbee is the fact that I guess the Lifestealer is getting some free farm. U9's happy. KP's not doing too terribly on the Abaddon either, but they're not really shutting down the Centaur as much as they would really like. Still 30 CS to his name. Granted, a good portion of those should be neutrals, so less bounty for them. But still, this Centaur's level 6, 6 minutes in. He is pretty much where he wants to be. And Slardar Lifestealer combo, as powerful as it is, requires, the Slardar to have a Blink Dagger by like 15-20 minutes. Any later than that, and it's not looking great for him at this stage because he's not getting anything. And the combo is really lackluster. The thing is, you could have a Slardar ahead to kind of accelerate an underfarmed Lifestealer. The vice versa is not really a possibility just because the Lifestealer lacks any way of getting in. A TA with the Blink Dagger is a possibility. She really doesn't want to be the one to do that, though, if she doesn't have to be. They have a lot of heroes converging on bottom. U9 has a Rage TP, but he's going to get hit with a Stomp and the Silence and Coil. Dead before he can cast anything. And that's another one for the Vici Gaming squad. Mentioned earlier, a lot of the late game, a lot of this damage output is going to be up to end on the Anti-Mage. And with most net worth in the game, he's on his way to fulfilling that role. Not there yet, needs a lot more time to do that. But I also said that the puck can, step things up in the kind of early mid-game stage and get really far ahead. Now that hasn't happened necessarily just yet, but again, he is in a really good spot to go for that. Especially since he is working with this one item in his inventory, that Glove of Haste, builds into a certain Hand of Midas. And a puck that's accelerated can just lock down the mid-game for a long time. Especially if he has no initiation threats on the enemy side. Initiation threats would be Slaughter with Blink Dagger, TA with Blink Dagger. Slaughter's Blink is going to take quite a long time to get up online, so yeah, this puck is going to be a real hassle for Newbee to deal with. Which of course means that End has even more space, even more leeway to split push, to give up his life a couple times, and not worry too much about it. And right now End is really happy. Just working on his Battle Fury, not really worrying about dying at all in the lane. And Newbee are on the back foot. TA's not going for like a straight blink rush or anything like that. Kaka is. That is his job. Almost just get blink dagger so that Lifestealer can kill things.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm not really sure where he's gonna get his income. SC stack is being messed with a little bit. Kaka's going to arrive, but this is an Earth Spirit we're talking about here. Who's gonna get the first kick onto the Slaughter. Now the orb coming through. Coil is there onto 2. Will kill off Kaka. And will stop the chase for that Earth Spirit. SC tries, but gets the coil snapped. Easy kills for Vici Gaming. Now 4-0 in their favor. They're not going to be able to stop SC from clearing out these neutrals. And SC desperately needs these neutrals, but even with that, 3,400 net worth, down below the enemy TA, the enemy puck rather. Rough times in store for SC. Ori's Hand of Midas is coming out to him, and his Battle Fury should be very, very quick as well. And of course we have Yang. I mean, high-level Centaur is one thing, but a fast Blink Dagger on Centaur very easily join the puck and make some pretty devastating initiations happen in this early game stage. He's going to team up and try to go for the Lifestealer. This is a very, very difficult kill, but the bounty is so high, man, you got to try. 3 seconds left till coil. 2, 1. They'll have silence coil. There it is. Roll in as well onto the Lifestealer. The backup's coming in, but it's too slow. Kaka gets stunned up beforehand. He'll land a crush onto 2 heroes, but he can't get the puck who already left. Yang will die here, and HYM may go down as well, but I'm pretty sure even with those 2 deaths, it is still worth it. Looks like it's only going to be 1 death. Kick now onto the TA. They roll in as well. They're going to lose the Earth Spirit. Never mind, there's still a crush there. SC will survive. 2 for 1 for the Lifestealer. Not really the best exchange for Vici, but they get the puck out of there. They keep the anti-mage farming, so they draw attention away from the top lane. They're not going to call it a complete win, but they're still going to be okay with that end result. And whoa! Lifestealer went for Midas as well. Well, Newbee definitely looking to power ahead with this Lifestealer. So far, though, nothing really going well for them. No pressure onto the anti-mage nor on the puck. The Centaur did go down there, but the kills that he got pretty much breaking even in the gold department while gaining experience, shutting down the Lifestealer's farm. Worth it for Yang to make his own trade there. Ori, oh, coil onto 2. Kaka, oh, obliterated. And the CM not going to fare too much better. She gets lifted back into the coil. Amy gonna, HYM rather, gonna smack him down. Double kill for the Earth Spirit. Centaur Stampede, pretty good. Doesn't even end up getting punished by a Lifestealer play in the meantime. Another 2 kill for Vici, and they are just all over Newbee in this game. We saw a couple of long games today, a couple of really, really one-sided games. It looks like this one's going to be a little bit more of the latter than the former. Puck comes out of the woods with the Hand of Midas attack speed, with the double damage rune. Abaddon coming in, who won't really be an easy kill here, but he can't get any kills here either. It seems like Newbee don't have any way in. Like, first of all, there's a lot of mobility on Vici Gaming. Like, getting in at all is going to be difficult. Getting in with an underfarm Slaughter is even more so. And Centaur just needs a couple more minutes in the jungle to get himself a Blink Dagger. Puck should get his pretty quickly, and should get his, let's say that, pretty quickly as well. Yeah, it's rough times. It is. Fortunately for Newbee, Jal / maybe Chuan has not stolen anything useful yet. Kind of a low-key game from the Rubik, despite having such a great score. Kaka is going to find Orb, but gets silenced before he can land the crush. Ori's still maybe going to get chased down. No, just got enough distance with that Orb. Sneak into the trees. Has a TP if necessary, but it's not. So, yeah, that's why an overfarmed Lifestealer, he's not overfarmed, but in theory, an overfarmed Lifestealer is not going to be good enough to get the Slaughter his Blink Dagger because you have no way in. It's still just the same. Okay, Kaka is going to see a smoke. The most obvious smoke in all mankind. Right under an Observer Ward. The Rubik's even going to show himself off, trying to CS and misses the CS. That feels bad. But let's take this time to place a couple of observer wards. TA does have a blink dagger, so the Lifestealer's way in is possible. Smoke is going to be blown. They're going to roll in blind, catch the poor Crystal Maiden. She's super dead. SC is getting hit with the Magnetize, driven away as well. Stampede to disengage, and there is no blink dagger on Kaka. You cannot chase this as Newbee. Vici make a giant rotation for just a Crystal Maiden. It's not exactly ideal. But again, this is just a space creating measure. As End is working with that Battle Fury, he is as happy as an anti-mage can possibly be. Rubik actually stole Refraction. That's a pretty nice one. You would also like to steal Sonic Traps just for the vision. The steals in this game are not really fantastic, but Refraction is definitely one of the good ones. Like, there's no easy way for Newbee to get through that. Rubik can deal the right-click damage from a pretty safe distance, and oh no, not like this, Slardar. There's a Centaur with a Blink Dagger, surprise. Kaka is super dead once again. He's 700 towards that 22 that he needs for the Blink. Looking at like a 25-minute Blink Dagger at this rate, it's going to be super, super slow. And we'll get spotted doing Ancients. Maybe they could steal the Ancients. It's not nothing, but it's not nearly enough. Because they're going to lose a bottom lane tower in the meantime. You know, I mean, Hand of Midas is always like that gold item, right? You get it for the gold and experience. On Puck, the attack speed is actually quite good. Like, we don't really see Hand of Midas on like Slaughter very often. But that's another hero that's like, oh, you get Hand of Midas, you get the gold, you get experience, and you also get that attack speed, which is huge. Puck's damage isn't really that high from his spells, so he has to do a lot of right clicks. Hand of Midas attack speed is actually not irrelevant. So, I mean, it is definitely a good item on Puck, even without factoring that in. Yeah, this Rubik, stolen Refraction, so hard to deal with, and oh, SC will be fine. Can't crack through that Refraction shell before he can blink out of there. Stampede roll in. They want Kaka dead. They're closing with a lot of heroes, including a Haste Rune Puck. Yeah, 1100 gold, and then back to 1000. Kaka is trying his best, guys. He is doing the best he can to get to that Blink Dagger mark. He just can't. You just can't, because Vici are just all over this poor guy. This is just mean. They're just... Leave Kaka alone. I mean it. You'll have to answer to me. Like, until he gets his Blink Dagger, Newbee are just kind of floating on in the water. I mean, U9's working with the Hand of Midas. He has an Armlet coming up. It's not bad, but without a way in, it's really mediocre. Tower deny, not even going to happen. SC is going to arrive, but good luck catching up to these heroes. Even with the Blink Dagger, you can't. It's just not possible. It just can't be done. This game is not going to go back the way towards Newbee until they get a Blink Dagger on Slardar, or until Vici make a huge mistake. Not really sure which one's going to come first, but in this game state, Vici Gaming rather, are getting further ahead faster than Newbee. This game state has about a 0% chance for Newbee to win. They need something to change, and they need something to change very, very quickly. Because at a certain point, even if you do get a Blink Dagger on Slardar, it's a little bit too late. He will have it, I mean, he's hoping for 25 minutes at the absolute latest. SC with the Lifestealer inside of him, that's big game right there, if they can actually catch someone. But with the Stampede on Centaur Warrunner, that is not guaranteed. Frostbite needs to land, and CM is not exactly a hero I would call fleet of foot. They will jump in and burst down Yang before the Stampede can really kick in. But in the meantime, they will lose the Slardar again. Oh no. Back down to 1200 gold. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Still a good trade for the Newbee side. Unless they also lose this Abaddon. They're going to try to crack through him through the borrowed time. They stun him up. He's chilling there. He's full health. But he has nowhere to escape. His tree route is blocked off by Ori. They do this Mana Void. Not quite enough. One more orb through. They get the kill. No reinforcements for the Abaddon. And showing up big there. They will lose the tier 2 top lane, but gain the Abaddon kill and a tier 1 mid. Again, all things considered for Newbee, that is not the worst result in the world. But they need these results to be much better than this if they're going to turn things around. Fade. Oh, that was really close. The end is it's pretty monstrous at this stage. Manta style, Battle Fury. A lot of damage coming out from this guy. With the backup to support him. Hanamitis Puck looking for an Ags. Sure, why not? He already picked up a Travels. Like, yeah, if you have this kit, if you have Blink Dagger Hanamitis by 20 minutes, you're already really happy. Add an extra Travels on top. That is just dirty. Centaur also has a pretty big item in that Force Staff. Newbee are really low on the hard CC. I'm not going to count Slaughter until he has his Blink Dagger, which is still not quite at yet. When they have that, they'll have a Crush and Frostbite. Up till then, though, Lifestealer, TA, both really struggle up against heroes with mobility, Stampede, Force Staves, Blinks, Illusory Orbs. Need that burst. And an HYM. Looking to team up for... Oh no, not another kill on the Slardar. He lands Lucky Crush on the Anti-Mage, but it doesn't matter. He'll still drop. Oh my god, that's so mean. He's at 2k again. Another death. How many times? He's died 7 times. Jeebus. The rest of the team in the meantime will Jadden. Borrowed time will trigger. Coil's going to keep him here. He's going to snap it, but I don't know if he's going to escape this one. Way too many heroes. 1v5, I don't like your odds. Another kill for Vici. Going in for a tier 2 tower. This time, no trades across the map. Actually, no, there was a trade. They are able to take down Roche with the TA. And that's all well and good for the golden experience, I think. The Aegis is kind of nice as well, but I don't really see the TA being able to use that Aegis very effectively. Like, Vici are just slaughtering Newbee before Newbee have any sort of response. They can definitely kill the TA twice. That is not an issue whatsoever. Are they really looking for U9? There to silence him. They kick him up, but the immediate crush is there from the fresh blink on the Slardar. They root the Anti-Mage, and he's going to be brought down by U9. A huge kill for Newbee, showing off the blink dagger on the Slardar. Now chasing forward for a little bit more. HYM, not quite going to make it. Oh, no, he will. With a crush, they'll take him down. Ghost Scepter is there for the Rubik, but he should also fall. No TP, no help. Double kill for U9. Can this be the start of the comeback for Newbee? A big Blink Dagger pickup just in the nick of time from the Slardar, and Vici gets surprised by it, to say the least. Alright, well now the Aegis is a lot better once they have this initiation route on the Slardar. Now Newbee have their way in. They're still not looking great in the net worth department, but they, again, at least have a chance. They have a lot of ground to recover. TA is still pretty farmed, though. Clearing out Ancient Camp after Ancient Camp. Doing a pretty good job for SC. They're going to jump in, slay the Rubik before HYM can assist. TPs are coming in. It is the puck. Roll in is going to miss. SC in the middle of one too many heroes. He has some backup here in the Abaddon, but gets coiled. He is going to go meld for right now and obliterate the Centaur. At the same time, HYM will be dealt with by KP. And Vici just feeding themselves away. Anti-Mage not in the area to provide the heavy damage, but still they're looking for more. Blink Crush, blind, oof, not quite onto the puck. This actually can be the Newbee turnaround, and all it needs is a Blink Dagger on Slardar. The Vici are just getting constantly blindsided by this hero. He's only used it like twice, and already it's gotten them like, what, 4 or 5 kills? Absolutely disgusting, and he's ready to go for more. This is what Newbee wanted to do probably about like 3-4 minutes ago. Oh no, puck. Oh no, not like this. Vici, what's going on, man? They have a blink. Puck is still amped up, or corrosive hazed up. And we'll get over the cliff and we'll get to safety. But Vici Gaming, they have suffered a couple of casualties. Just this Blink Dagger on the Slardar. Very, very fast burst damage with how much damage this TA is putting out. Of course, Lifestealer's no slouch either. Despite having gone for not the heaviest damage build in the world with S and Y. Radiance on KP. Haven't really checked in on the Abaddon all that much. Mostly because he's been like kind of passively farming. But he got a rather early Midas, and this Radiance I believe just came up a couple minutes ago. As far as income is concerned, KP is going to be pretty happy. These Hands of Midas for the Newbee squad, paying off dividends so far. So they have the acceleration on their cores with the ability to get on those. It ain't over yet, guys. It ain't over yet. What VG need is for some very fast initiations to happen. You know, Blink Coil, Blink Stomp, instant kill. Mitigate the fact that there are interruptions that Newbee can throw into it. Photic Shields, Blink Dagger from the TA and the Slardar. They definitely have the necessary tools in order to get those initiations, but it will require them to get the jump, of course. Much more difficult when the Newbee side are working with the TA, so Vision should, in general, be in favor of Newbee. I say that, and they are blindly walking about. Everyone and their moms on top lane. This TA is actually pretty monstrous. Evasion, attack speed, yeah. Aegis, unfortunately for her, reclaimed without value. Feels bad, man. But hey, I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay with it. This is the fast initiation that they need on a target like U9. Oh, just a little bit too slow on the incoming. They're still going to go in, but this is going to be in a really bad position where they're going in blind. Let's see him catch these two as they teleport in together. SC and Faith really clustered up. This position is so bad for Vici Gaming unless they get an immediate kill. They see U9. They're going to jump in. He's going to get hit with the Abyssal. Damage is not enough, though, and the initiation does come in. Counter from the Newbee side. Freezing Field is going to be canceled on the off end. HYM will be dropped first. Coil is really good in the middle. But Vici Gaming are forced to retreat as a team. They will lose the puck on the retreat. That position is just so hard to deal with. And Vici Gaming at that point, once they get to this point, they don't see anyone. They have to place these observer wards to see. That's when the fight is over. Going up this high ground, giving Newbee that advantage, giving them the luxury of counter initiation. The fact that they had to initiate with Blink Abyssal on the anti-mage, not ideal. Onto a Lifestealer who is just not going to die to that. Vici Gaming just gets, yeah, a little bit too antsy, I think, in that situation. Should have just been, guys, you know, our cover is blown. Let's just back off and we'll be okay. Yang gonna jump in, stomp onto two heroes, but immediately gets counter crushed. SC is gonna obliterate him. Anti-Mage is gonna jump right in, but he's not doing enough damage. He gets bashed up and will go down. 80 seconds on the sidelines. Yang is back. He's forced to buy out for this. But Newbee, they are really happy with their bounty and the fact that they, yeah, traded the Slaughter away, but got an Anti-Mage in tier 3. That means Shrines are open to kill. SC is gonna waste no time going for that. This Hanamitis Lifestealer doing some pretty serious work with that lucky bash. But still a kill nonetheless. This is well, let's just take a look. This is the game right here. This is what it looks like. This is right here when the Slaughter picked up Blink Dagger. I wonder what happened at the 22-minute mark. It's really a mystery. This is why Slardar and Lifestealer as a duo are pretty OP. I mean, U9's getting some lucky bashes, will have an Abyssal of his own, so he can counter some RNG with his own RNG. SC looking for a Bloodthorn, just raw burst damage. Bloodthorn versus an Anti-Mage versus a Puck. Absolutely backbreaking. And of course, this income from KP is off the charts insane. Raiden, Hand of Midas, definitely a luxury. Usually you go for those like kind of cheapo aura items, and then Radiance. I think this should be a, this an Octarine buildup? It's gotta be, right? I don't think Bloodstone is really any good on Abaddon. Honestly, I'm not really sure if Octarine's very good on Abaddon. You get a lot of cooldown reduction. That's kind of nice. It's only 3.8 cooldown Mist Coil, 5.1 with the cooldown reduction talent. You get the shield health for sure. I don't think there's any situation where you get strength. Is that actually worth it? I don't know. I don't think I've actually seen that before. I've never seen an Abaddon get to this late stage and choose to go for more cooldown reduction. But hey, first time for everything, right? Meld damage, Desolator. Roshan is definitely an option that Newbee can consider, but have to respect. Vici Gaming have Stampede at the ready. No Ags, so they don't have to worry about that terrain walking. But Puck, Coil, and the Roche Pit with the Mana Void, that's a lot to deal with. KP's pushing into the Lion's Den. With borrowed time, though, and a lot of backup right around the corner, he should feel pretty safe here. And yeah, Vici Gaming smells something coming. They're going to back off as a team. What they should have done last time, honestly. I wonder how fast Newbee can kill Roche. Like, they're going to be scouted. Like, they know that if they go in, Vici Gaming will, like, 90% of the time interrupt them. Unless Vici Gaming are all scared and running for the hills, in which case Roche is free claim. That's Roche 2, I believe. No cheese yet. But still, with Amplify damage, Meld, Desolator, just raw damage output from these heroes. And by Amplify damage, I of course mean Corrosive Haze. That's going to fall in no time flat. So Vici Gaming so far ahead until they get blindsided one too many times from a Slaughter with a Blink. And now we're in a game state where they are going to be sieged. And this draft of Newbee is going to start to do exactly what it was meant to do. Go for those, Lifestealer Bomb kills. Alternatively, just have the threat of Lifestealer Bomb while, so-and-so hero, in this case TA, works down the enemy structures. Again, it's pretty cookie-cutter stuff from Newbee. Took a while to come up for sure, but better late than never. Now the shrines are going to fall. I mean, Vici have the ability to take a team fight here. They just need to get the initiation off. A Blink Coil onto 2 heroes. With Anti-Mage finding like a TA or something like that. He can make short work of her. Despite how farmed she is, I mean, she does have an Aegis. But as far as bulk is concerned, Anti-Mage will have no issues whatsoever getting through to a TA. However, these items are coming up big on Newbee's side. SC has his completed Bloodthorn. Slaughter now Blink, Force, BKB in the pipeline with a gem and a Lifestealer inside of him who just picked up an Abyssal. So yeah, if they find someone with the Blink Crush, they are kind of dead. The hero in the area, Jal, is going to ghost and TP out. A wise move. Although SC, almost got to him. I wonder if the TA is actually at 1-hit kill range for that Rubik. I mean, Bloodthorn is pretty strong. If you roll a crit, everything beforehand, there's a chance. Oh, they found someone else. It's the Earth Spirit. He is not going to have a roll out because of the Abyssal Blade. 1, 2, 3 shots. U9 claims another. 50 seconds dead with buyback, though. It's not the end of the world. It's just very close to it. What was that again? Get those Infest Bombs while so-and-so hero does their job on the Raxes? Yep, it's about that time. There is no increased range for SC. That's a little bit awkward. But, yeah, he has backup in spades. Spam shields. Oh, he's actually gone for Bloodstone first. Okay. Interesting pick by the Abaddon. Then he's going to go for an Octarine. He's gonna have a crap ton of health, that's for sure. His mana pool is also gonna be pretty deep. If he ever runs out, then yeah, the mana void's gonna hurt a lot. But it's okay. I don't think he's gonna run out anytime soon. Raxes are gonna be claimed. Oh, Coil onto 3. Pretty good, but there's no follow-up just yet. They root down the anti-mage. Mana style a little bit late for him. They're gonna roll onto the Slaughter, take him down. U9 pops out, but he can't find a target. Looking for the puck, is gonna hit him with the Abyssal Blade and slay the Fairy Dragon very quickly. HYM not looking too hot either. Ghost Scepter will save him for a couple seconds. Force Staff out. HYM, oh, slow down by the Sonic Trap. SC is going to say, okay, I will let you live because I am merciful. Stomp from Yang, pretty good, and still has a Mana Void, does a lot of damage, but not quite enough to U9. That's target he has to go for. U9's still very healthy. They'll take down KP, but lose Raxus for it. Faith, snag the gem. Not really sure if he's going to be able to escape with it. He'll pitch it to U9. Who's gonna hide into SC? It's a trap! It's the biggest trap in the world! And they're gonna jump in, looking for the Centaur War Runner. He will force staff himself out of there. They'll lose this first blade in exchange. SC now gonna fight up against 3 heroes, will lose his Aegis, but that's only his first life. U9 is gonna return to the fight after having dealt with the Centaur. Gets bashed first hit. Looking for End now. He has a blink out, has that Abyssal Blade, has a lot more illusions as well. Is gonna Abyssal the TA and just start to go to work. SC needs more damage. He's gonna get it. With the Force Staff out, not really helping End. Now they're on to Jal. He does have a Ghost Scepter, but he doesn't really have much hope to escape this one. Kaka's going to arrive with the Crush, and Jal's surrounded by Sharks. He's gonna go down. Triple kill for SC. 19 to 18, and Newbee. Clean house. U9 survives. SC survives. They still hold the gem. Rax is in their advantage. That is a disgustingly huge fight for Newbee. It's gonna be reflected in the EXP and gold charts soon enough. Trust me. Well, I think it's about time to check. Oh my god. Ugh, that's disgusting. Barf. Ugh. Newbee are pretty far ahead right now. Oh my god. I mean, that was even a pretty reasonable initiation from Vici Gaming. A 3-man coil, you can't really ask for more from your puck. Able to take down Kaka, so getting rid of that Corrosive Haze, getting rid of that vehicle in for the Lifestealer. But just chasing a little bit too far. Constantly going past this point. Once they get to this point, yeah, then things get off the rails. And now Newbee looking for close to a death blow. Courier gets sniped from the Dire as if things couldn't even get any worse. And they're going to let SC and U9 just do their work. Maybe put U9 into Kaka. They're going to jump in with the puck. Nothing really they can do to stop it, but Curse of Avernus is going to start ticking in pretty big here. That additional damage output from U9 SC is substantial. Rax is in trouble once again. KP's boldly on the front lines with 2700 HP. Jump in. Centaur's going to find SC. Can they bring him down? No. Kaka's going to jump in. Crush onto 2. And Faith's going to let loose with the freezing field. Killing off the anti-mage. SC's going to grab a gang. Oh my god, this is one of the most disgusting games I've seen, showing off how powerful Slardar Lifestealer can actually be. Oh my sweet baby Jeebus. If Vici Gaming had such a lead throughout 20 minutes in this game, they had the game on lock, and then Slaughter got his Blink Dagger and Newbee started actually playing the game for real. That wasn't even their final form, guys. That wasn't even their final form. Guys, I'm Mike Laura. It's been a pleasure casting these games for you guys. I'll be right back for Game 2 between Newbee and Vici in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere.